What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Let's thank God today. I always wake up thanking God. I always have that mindset to thank God no matter what, because no matter what situation you're in, things could be so much worse. I always wake up with that mindset of thanking God first. It's the first thing I got to do every morning when I wake up. And so don't always remember to thank God when you first wake up. But come today with a quick little word. Just kind of, I know God has put this on my spirit to share this because this is just something that really bothers me. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it bothers me, but at the same time, I just feel strongly about it, It's just, man, when you really just look around at the world right now, and you don't want to just be so stuck into it and play into it that much, but when you really kind of just look at it, what I really notice is that what we're really lacking is, more love inside the world. I feel like there's a lot of hate going on. And I feel like if more people, you know, read their word and really, if more people followed in Jesus' footsteps, the way that he wants us to do, I feel like the world would be I feel like the world would be a better place. I feel like there would be less crime, less robbery, all those things. But, obviously some of this stuff is still going to happen no matter what. But I just feel like, man, if there was more love being spreaded around the world and less hate, man, it would be a much, much better place. Not saying my life is like that or anything. Not saying your life is like bad or anything, but I'm just saying, and I think we should make it a purpose every day to wake up and want to spread love and not hate. And that could just be with your family, just if you're at work, saying some, just spreading love, positive messages and things like that. If you really look around, a lot of people, they really spread a lot of negativity, especially on social media, man, and it's crazy. Especially when you see people, it's really whenever you see people like trying to do more in life and trying to elevate more in life, and that could be you trying to elevate in life, and people say negative things to you to bring you down, and they want to. It's just crazy, man. It's already hard enough to step out and do something you're not comfortable doing. It's already hard enough. But then on top of that, you have some people out there that want to throw out negativity, negative comments, hurtful comments and stuff like that to try to discourage you. And it's not really that person, it's the spirit behind it. The devil wants to try to knock you off, but still, like I said, it's really, I notice it when it's really like people who are trying to do more in life and people who want more out of life. It's really the people who really have big faith in God to do big things in their life, that people would be like, nah, he ain't doing that. Just say really negative stuff instead of like supporting words, loving words. Romans 12:10 says, love one another warmly as Christian brothers and sisters, and be eager to show respect for one another. I feel like just that whole verse, that's what a lot of the world is lacking right now. What Jesus is saying, like, I feel like that is just what a lot of the world is lacking. Loving each other. Like, it's so simple, but yet you just see a lack of it out here in the world right now. Just think about it. And I know this is, this probably never will happen. Well, who knows? It might happen. You never know. But let's imagine if there was like no hate in the world at all. No hate, no negativity, just none of that. Just imagine if it was just none, just at all. Man, I feel like so many things would just be so much better. And, and people wouldn't so, competitive sometimes, wanting to compete all the time. You see that a lot nowadays. Everybody wants to compete. Men versus women, father and mother, all this stuff about who's struggling most, is crap like that. Like, what does that have to do with anything? I look on social media and stuff, and I see so much division being pushed out there. And it needs to be more unity. I feel like it needs to be more unity pushed out there. More love and less division, man. And another thing, man, if a lot of people would just understand that, you don't have to hate on the next person because of what they have, what God has given them, or just what they've gotten themselves, or whatever, however they got it. You don't have to You don't have to feel some type of way because somebody has this. Because at the end of the day, man, God has something for you as well. You know, if a lot of people understood that, I feel like things would move a little bit better. It's just understanding that you don't have to compete with anybody. You don't have to compete with anybody's life. You don't have to compete with anything anybody else has, because God has something special for you. He has things lined up for you. And all you have to do is just focus on your life. I feel like too many people out there, man, they're just so focused on other people's life instead of focusing on their own. And they want what other people have, and not understanding that they're gonna have something too. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a lot of things too as well, because God's gonna bless them with something. But you know, I just feel like there needs to be more love and less hate, man. And that's really like the big picture for my clothing brand, Chasing Hoops. Chasing Hoops. But it's to spread more love, man. Basically, man, get out here and spread more love. That's our mission, to spread love, God's love, around the whole world, man. And I feel like everybody should want to do. I feel like everybody should wake up every single morning to want to do something like that, because it was so many times I'd wake up going to work or something, and you see these people who come into work already ready on negativity. They don't even come to work positive or anything. It's already negativity right off the rip. And that is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And man, I feel like that's just what's messing up a lot of things in the world, man. It's just so much hate out here, man. Like I'm doing some work on my brand. I'm on Instagram. I'm just scrolling. I see a kid making some videos, you know, just using the creativity that God gave. God gave us all creativity. We should all use it. He's being creative. I look under the comments because I'm finna comment on it, because I was doing some work for my clothing brand. I'm finna comment on it, and I see so much negativity. I see so many ugly messages. One big huge long ugly message. I'm like, somebody really took their time out of their day to write this long negative message to a kid. I'm like, man, there is no way, man. I'm telling you, it was just some hurtful, hateful stuff. And I tried to look the other way on it, but I commented on myself to that person. Not like anything like bad, like not in a way to like argue with them or anything, but just in a way to let them know, like, hey, that was uncalled for. Even though it had nothing to do with me, but still, man, it's a kid, man, and you're sitting up there, you know, writing so much negativity, man. You know, people gotta stop doing that. Like, way I see it in my head, and I know it's not always gonna be like that, but way I see it in my head, if somebody's trying to do something, like I said, stepping out of their comfort zone. It's so hard to step out of your comfort zone. It's so hard to want to try to do something new. Like, and people will down you for that. And that's crazy to me. Instead, in my head, I'm seeing it like, man, what if all that was just positivity, positive messages. That's going to push somebody to keep going, because it's like, oh, man. You know, that encourage, a few words can really encourage somebody to go to do so much. I'm telling you, just a few little nice words can really make a difference in somebody's life. Even if some people don't believe it or not, just small words can make a huge difference in someone's life. And also negative words can make a huge difference in someone's life. And that's the way I looked at it. I'm like, man, what if this kid actually, you know, reads this and actually like quits or something off of all this negativity? And then now that's another person that's dropping their dreams because of negativity out there, man. You see a lot of people out there drop their dreams, drop the fate that God has put into them. They drop so much stuff because of the negativity that goes around. And I hate seeing that. It does something to my insides. It bothers me to the core, man, when I see that out there, man. Just because I understand how hard it is to get out there and try something new and do something new. Instead of following along with what everybody else is doing, you want to do something new. I know how hard it is, because that's what I do. And I know people say, well, that's just what's come with it. That's what comes with it. You know, you got to have thick skin to do this. Like, man, I don't believe in that, man. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that's what should come with it. Like, and I don't feel like we should be normalizing that that's what it comes with. I think there needs to be a change in that somewhere. I truly do believe there needs to be a change in that somewhere, because if there was less of that, it would be more of people living the life that God said that they can have, instead of being, instead of playing into the negativity and the doubts and all those things. If they only focused on if there was so much more positivity and negativity, I feel like there would be more people living, living in the promises of God. This is my personal, opinion of it. It's just how I view it. Somebody else might feel different, but I just feel like there needs to be more love spread around the world, man. And that's why I get on here to make these videos, because I'm just trying to spread, positive messages, loving messages to somebody out there who could be, who needs to hear something like this. That's my mission every time I wake up in the morning. I want to at least spread some type of positive message, something just to show love, because, man, that's what God does to us. He shows a love that's unmatched. A love that's unmatched. And I just believe if we all were on that same, I'm not saying you're not, but I'm just saying if the whole world together would really just come together on that same mindset, man, boy, I feel like things would be so much different. But maybe one day that will happen. The more and more and more we continue to come together to spread God's messages and work together to bring more people into God's kingdom, I feel like the more we continue to do that, I do feel like the world will change one day. I feel like the world will really, really change one day. But I feel like it starts with all of us just really coming together and being more unity. Focus more. I feel like we should focus more on unity than division. Just like what Jesus said, love one another warmly, man. Brothers and sisters, man. I feel like we should all do that. And like I said, if you really just look around, you see it here and there, but you don't see much of it. You don't see as much as I feel like I don't see as much as I feel like we should. But that's just a message for today, guys. Just wanted to say that today, man. Just try to show love to someone today. Someone today, man, if it's a random person out there, man, just try to say something positive to them. Got a few dollars in your pocket, give it away to somebody, man, out there who's probably like just homeless or anything like that. You see someone having a hard day, man, say something encouraging to them. Give them a positive message. Even if you don't know them, just say something positive to them. Just do something to show some love to somebody, man, today, man. Your family, if you probably have maybe fell out with one of your family members or something like that, try to build that relationship back, just to show some love, man, and less hate. Show more love and less hate, man. So as always, like, subscribe. God loves you. I love you. Peace out.